Hey guys, GC Red One here. My buddy Pedals RC just purchased the JNS Engineering TW200 headlamp. I've already got it in mine, but I kept my stock head unit. This is a headlamp, not a head unit. Sorry. Too many years in the car audio industry, I guess. Anyhow, I'm gonna take this back out, put it back in, put it back out, take it back in, and just kind of go over what's in there, because the JNS doesn't have any instructions in the box, although it's pretty straightforward. But if I remember correctly, I think there was like a extra plug that I don't know what's for. Well, anyhow, I'm just gonna take it apart and then put this guy back in, and or just kind of get in there and show you what it's entailed. But as many of you know, I think there's just a 10mm bolt on the front here that allows you to take the I don't know, it's like front number panel, headlight fairing, I don't know what you call it, but it's just one bolt right here, and then these two little rubber grommets right here. And you saw how I just like popped it down and put it in there. Yeah, check that out. That's who we're talking about right now. Pedals RC. Yes, he is a bicycle shop out in Riverside, California. He likes to pedal bicycles, and he also likes to ride motos too. And check out our buddy Till Death Do Us Part. He'll be joining us this weekend. And yeah, it's a sticker I picked up at the Green Valley Lake up in Big Bear. So hopefully we'll be taking you guys on some trips up there this coming summer. Anyhow, let's get in here. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that JNS supplied these bolts that came with it. Again, I can't remember because I was just so happy to get it. I actually have had this headlamp for quite some time, and if you followed my personal Instagram page, I did all kinds of like little photos and videos, side-by-side comparison of the lamp, and put it in and ran it. But it's pretty straightforward. Yeah, it has that tab down there. But basically, when it comes in the box, it's this has these really nice, robust mounting brackets here on the side. For some reason I thought that there was an additional plug, but I guess not. But anyhow, it's just super simple. You unplug your factory headlamp, and put this bad boy in. And I kind of made my own tape job because I didn't want to take the foam off of the stock one. So I just kind of like got some foam and taped it up. And basically why they have this is when you have the headlight fairing on there, there's it comes down over it, and there's light that comes up through the backside of the number panel into your face. And I don't like seeing a whole lot of light coming from my dash. And actually what's cool is my high beam on here has burned out. But what I used to do is on my other motos is I would actually tape up 3/4 of my high beam bulb just to not have that big bright blue light shining at me. It's one thing when you're on the street, but when you're in the woods and it's like super dark out, the last thing you want is like an additional light shining in your face. Anyhow, super simple. It's a plug. You plug it in to the factory unit. There is this little locating apparatus at the bottom here. On your factory bike, there is a factory location. I'll just do the side-by-side comparison. Like, see, there's the factory unit right there, and then there's the JNS unit right there. And this mounting bracket, man, they didn't intend on this light going anywhere. They actually intended on this light going everywhere your TW goes, because I really like how beefy this bracket is. Yeah, look at that. Wow. LED, and it's bright. I love the headlamp. Used to, I would try to go out with the stock headlight or get caught after dark. It's useless. It's kind of scary. With this, it's very adequate. It's a huge improvement over this. It's not my rigid LED light bar on my Land Cruiser, but it definitely gets the job done. And just for Baja spec status, I would like to add some auxiliary lighting up on here. I've noticed that the TW kid on YouTube, he has a unit sitting right up here. Oh yeah, I just need to get everyone to send me their factory units and just mount 2 of those bad boys up there, but you'd actually need 6 of them. They're so useless. So we'll just do, I'll figure out something when we get there. This summer we plan on doing a lot of night riding, so we'll look at that. So remember, location pin at the bottom, make sure you get it mounted down on that piece first, so that way it'll sit in there and won't wobble around on you. And these brackets go, the JNS bracket goes over the factory mount on here. And then if your box didn't come with the supplied bolts, then you just take your factory bolts. I'm pretty sure it's I can't remember. I almost feel like JNS supplied these bolts. I can't remember. Like I said, I was an early adopter of the JNS. I actually did the pre-order whenever JNS announced that they were doing this, and they did like a little pre-order deal. I jumped on it, and it has some sliding adjustments so you can tilt the headlamp forward, aft. I kind of run it right in the middle because I haven't really spent a lot of time out there getting it just right, but it's like I don't want it just on the ground. You kind of want it a little, and you can see how much adjustment I'm throwing into it. It's got plenty of adjustment to throw into it. So again, I'll kind of set it about half, and again, one night I'll super dial it in, but I haven't had any problem with it so far. It's really simple. It's a cool mod, especially if you think you're going to be riding after dark, and hopefully you are riding after dark. Riding in the woods after dark is quite fun. Riding around the neighborhood at night is actually kind of cool too. Here's the thing, I've been riding motorcycles since I was 5 years old. I've been street riding motorcycles as well since I was 14 years old. Cool thing about Alabama, back then you could get your motorcycle license at 14. The one thing about moving to California that I learned is no one watches where they're going, and this is like pre-cell phone, so now everyone's on cell phones. My number one rule for riding a motorcycle on the street is don't pretend you're from California, because everyone in California thinks they have rights. I mean, you have rights, but like when you're getting scraped up off the ground, you can recite your rights all you want. But I like to ride like Invisible Man style, because if you ride thinking that they don't see you, you're already anticipating that they don't see you. So you make moves accordingly. Every so often, you get yourself double caught out because you're anticipating them not seeing you, then they see you, they react, and you've already reacted to them not reacting. So you have to counter react your move. But 9 times out of 10, if you ride invisible and just anticipate that they cannot see you, you might stay alive. Alright, so you see how simple that was? In and out. This is worth every penny. Yeah, it's expensive headlamp, but do you want to go 2 mile an hour in the woods at night, or do you want to actually ride 35 mile an hour in the woods at night? Your pick. That's the JNS headlight installation, or little technical go over. I don't know. It's not the super most technical thing to do, but I'll tell you this: suspension, foot pegs, headlamp. Those are the big items on this bike that you're going to want to do. And the biggest thing, just get out and ride, man. Just get out and ride. These things are so fun. They're silly ridiculous. Yeah, you can see I have another moto back here in the back. I got a couple more motos back here that are bigger than the TW that are dual sports bikes, but we just keep coming back to these things because they're so silly fun, and you don't have to have an ego to ride it. And you can't have any. You can try to have an ego and ride these things, but that's not going to get you far. They're just totally fun bikes to ride, and being able to ride day and night is even better. So thank you, JNS Engineering, for making a cool headlamp that I personally think is worth every penny. You may not think it's worth every penny, but I spent my money and I'm totally stoked on it. All right, that's it for now. Just getting ready for the TW Club ride this weekend. Yeah. All right, have a good one, and comment down below, see if there's anything else you want me to go over technical wise. I think TW Kids, he's covered everything, but if there's one wacky thing that he hasn't covered and maybe I can cover for you, that'd be great. Or if you just want to, not mechanical, if you want to hear something else, I got stories for days. All right, peace out.